And a very good morning to you. How are you doing? This is K24 this morning. My name is Mungala Mbuvi. This being a Thursday, like we said, we always discuss your relationships. And today we want to focus on marriage. The question I want to ask you, which I will, of course, repeat later on, is are you ready for marriage? Ama nyinyi ni wale watu mnakuanga desperate? What kind of person are you when it comes to marriage? Do you even think about it? And there you go. The question of the day is, how ready are you for marriage? How ready are you for marriage? You can find us via our various social media pages at K24 TV across all of them. You can also text us on 21222, call us as well on the numbers on your screen right now. Though, I'd like to introduce my panel, which is a very interesting one. I'll start with my extreme right, a lady who makes a lot of noise, by the way. And I have to say this because jana kwa simu uliongea sana mpaka nikaishiwa na airtime mpaka masikio yangu ikafanya tu.
Mimi ulipigia namba ingine.
None other than Sharon Mwangi.
Not me.
How are you doing, Sharon?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. Sharon is an actress and a content creator as well.
Yep.
And then immediately after Sharon, we do have Pastor Patrick Musyoki from House of Grace. How are you doing, Pasi?
Very good.
This guy is like my brother. Si uongeanga sangine si chat manze tunaanza kuongea juu weekend, maplot za weekend namna gani. A pleasure to have you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, and then we have someone who has been regarded as mwalimu by our director. Anasema manze ni kama mwalimu manze juu amekuja leo kutufunza sensei. So we have our pens and papers to make sure that we have everything that you have to say on pen and paper. I'm talking about none other than Jennifer Karina. How are you doing?
I'm good.
An author. And the one thing that stood for me the last time you were here is that you said you've been married for 41 years.
Oh, you've never forgotten.
I've never forgotten. You're the first person who's been married for that long. Even my parents have not been married for that long. Yeah, but it's an awesome experience, I'm sure. And that is why you are the sensei as far as this is concerned.
Yes.
So let's get down to it. And I'll start with Sharon, a.k.a. the noisemaker.
Wow.
Yeah. Are you ready for marriage?
I know, definitely not.
Aya, kuja pole pole, relax.
Oh.
Yeah. But why so much energy as far as that question is concerned? Ni venye you're not ready, or you're young, or you've been there, done that, ama you just don't care?
I think it's everything. It's first of all very young, very extremely young.
Yeah.
Yeah, extremely. Oh, so much.
Chiki venye kanajiuza.
And also I'm not
Necessarily into it.
Yeah, it's not
So
something
you don't believe in commitment?
commitment, yes, but
Marriage, no.
yeah.
Why? Is it such a big word to say I do in front of people, friends and family?
It's a decision. I feel like if I would make it, I would go back on it sometime later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's easier for you to decide whether you're having githeri tonight, whether you're having vodka over the weekend, whether you're having nyama choma, lakini could decide on marriage, that's kazi mingi.
But najua labda nitaguzwa tu na kakitu later on in life. Ni vile
Kakito
mimi ni-
makamutu. Tunajua nyinyi. Tunajua. Pasi, obviously you've been married.
Yes, I'm married.
Yes. So what do you think about marriage? Because like we've just heard from Sharon and probably even guys who are with my peers as well, we are afraid of commitment.
Me, I like marriage. Marriage is good.
Okay.
I like the atmosphere, personally, as a person. And
Not as a pastor.
not as a pastor,
Okay.
as a person.
All right.
Even if I wasn't a pastor, I would still enjoy the atmosphere that I usually enjoy when I'm around my wife and kid, you know. And so that is a personal preference for me.
Okay.
So I personally like being married.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Jennifer, 41 years. How did you prepare for this? Did you stumble upon it? Did you do the kawaida courtship? Was it an arranged situation? Yeah.
I think for me, I was very intentional. I was sort of done with my parents.
Wow.
And I knew that I needed to find my own home. And so the next thing to do was to find me
A suitor.
a drop-dead gorgeous man.
Wow.
And say
Drop dead gorgeous.
goodbye to everybody and begin a life.
So you're literally the kind of people Biblia sema, you shall leave your mother's and father's house. Okay.
Yes.
All right. That's more like the introduction. Now let's get down to the meat of this situation. A lot of chicks in this day and age, we tend to say that they trap women. Do you agree with that statement?
The trap men.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
because nyinyi ni ile generation ya unahamia kwa chali pole
Kwani
pole.
unasema nyinyi? Kwani hatuko generation moja?
Relax. Mimi ndio mwenye kipindi. Relax.
Sorry.
Nyinyi ni wale wanawake wa kutrap ama mademo wa kutrap machali. And why am I saying so? You meet a guy today, kidogo like this, he takes you to his house, unahamia na ka toothbrush, unahamia na ka trowel, kidogo unaanza kuacha earrings. A month later you move in with an entire bag. What's up with that?
Sasa ni inatangwa ile territory, kumark territory.
What territory are you marking?
See, my territory.
You don't know this guy. You've just known him for.
See, I'm knowing him.
Yeah.
I'm knowing him.
So
we're in the process of knowing each other. You know. And so when I leave that toothbrush, I'll come tomorrow to check up on my toothbrush and you. Yeah.
So you will start by leaving a toothbrush. Before we get to Pasi here, tell me what goes through your mind. Unasemanga sasa huyu jamaa nimeshaamua nataka kwa wangu. So are you thinking about dating or are you thinking about a long-term marriage kind of situation?
It's dating that leads to
marriage.
Yeah, a long-term marriage. Na sijui mbona unaniuliza hizi maswali kani mimi.
Because najua Pasi ananga ufalaka hizo, so siwezi muuliza. All right, before we get to Pasi, kindly let us know what your thoughts are on this. The numbers are on your screen, the SMS line as well, 21222. And the question we are asking is, how ready are you for marriage? How ready are you for marriage? Are you the kind of person who will move in with a toothbrush and then shoes? Or are you the kind of person who actually goes through the whole process of understanding and knowing your partner before now you get to call him hubby or wifey? And Pasi, let me now bring this one to you.
Yeah.
Do you think this current flock of generation, my generation, is ready for this thing that we call marriage?
There are some. I think there are some that are ready. There are others that are not. Depending on how structured they are in their minds and in their hearts.
Okay.
And what has been modeled around them and what they have been learning from the people that have been ahead of them concerning marriage. And so there are some that are ready. Some are not ready, even at the age of 40.
What?
That person,
40?
Yeah. I've seen ladies that are 40 and their principles are so warped up that you can't even risk having a relationship with that person. Their expectations are out of this world.
Wow.
I mean, it's like we are in the movies.
Yes.
And movies are fictional. They want this. There are still people who are 40, 45. They're still talking about tall, handsome, dark, broad shoulders. And you're talking
Lives in
about,
Kile,
imagine,
drives a Beamer.
Yeah. And she herself, she doesn't even have those qualities that a tall, dark, handsome, broad shoulders, Kile living, Beamer driving guy would want, because first of all, maybe she has not even taken care of herself.
Yes.
She has her body, she doesn't amejiwachilia, her dressing, but still in the mind, she wants that movie star.
Okay.
That person is not ready.
Yes.
That person is not even packaged to be a wife to that Kile living, Beamer driving guy.
Okay.
Because if that Kile living, Beamer driving guy settles down with this guy, with this girl, he will come down so fast. He will not understand how he can't pay for rent in the ghetto. In the ghetto. How he will not be able to pay for rent in the ghetto. Okay. He'll come down so fast because he has coupled himself with someone that is intellectually and psychologically not prepared for this thing. Some are not. Okay. But there are some that are very prepared. You meet a girl who is in her 20s and you listen to her talking and you can feel this is a king maker.
Talking about me.
Talking about you?
Tutapena namba yako after this. Namba yako, sorry. Tutapata nafasi ya kupeana namba. So king makers.
You feel this one can take care of a man's soul, spirit, emotions. That even when you come to the house in the evening discouraged and battered by the life in this city, you come back, she talks to you tomorrow you feel like you can fight again.
You're the man.
Yeah.
You're the king.
Yes.
Kiao.
Ah,
All right.
Kianga.
Hey, are you a kingmaker? Jennifer, what is wrong with that lady he has just described? The lady who wants that man, that beamer driving guy, but she cannot even handle that kind of person.
Well, for me, I would say that's stereotyping. How do we know that she's not able to handle that kind of a girl?
Right.
And I would say that everybody desires to be loved and to love.
Right.
And to have a relationship that is thriving. Everybody desires that. But how to? I'm not sure we do. One, there is no school of marriage. There is nowhere that you are taught as you grow up how to find the one, how to behave, what to do, who you need to be. And so we grow up really not knowing what we need to be and who we need to look for in terms of life partners. So I think the challenge is right there. So when you're looking for a life partner, there is the idealistic partner that you'd think about.
The one that is in your head.
Yes, and that the one that is in your head is really based on a movie you have watched, a book that you have read,
A song you have
a song you have had, an ideal couple you have watched, and so it is idealistic. Nothing wrong with being idealistic because that's what you know. And I think what happens is that we really need to have the conversation on how to find the right partner and who is the right partner. Because to love and to be loved, we all desire. But to find the right person, we don't know how. So every potential person that is at the back of our mind as a result of our orientation, experience, and you know, as I said, the movies and books, then we have the ideal, tall, dark, and handsome.
Okay. I have a question for the three of you, but before we do that, we do have a James from Mombasa. James, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Okay, I'm James from Mombasa.
Ndio, James. What is your question or comment?
Okay, nilikuwa naomba mnisaidie kidogo. Because I have the same problem.
What problem is this?
I have my girlfriend.
Yes.
Or my partner.
All right.
And this partner is joining a campus.
Okay.
Next year.
Okay.
And this girl, we started just this year at the starting of the week of the year, we started the relationship. And she promised to be with me.
Okay.
Okay, me, I'm going abroad. Na tumekubaliana na tukaenda kwa wazazi wake. Na wazazi wakakubali.
Okay.
Na wakasema kwamba kama tumekubaliana sisi wawili,
ndio,
basi na wao hawana shida.
Okay.
Lakini mimi juu naenda Cambridge University that is in the UK. Sasa ninashinda kwa sababu nashindwa nikienda na yeye sasa anaweza nigeuka baadaye kisha aende ama vipi.
Aya, James, asante sana Okay. Wacha tukujibu tu saa hii. So James is going to Cambridge University in London.
All right.
The girlfriend, of course, going to campus as well next year.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's insecure. Sharon, jeke kwa viatu za ude mwenye chali yake anaenda Cambridge. What do you think?
First of all, he said they've gone to the parents already.
Yeah, they've done the introductions.
Amelock, amesema awindi anywhere, you're mine. Sasi ushafanya trust tu ama.
Okay, all right. James unaambia trust tu ama. Pasi, huyu jamaa he's super insecure.
No. He's okay. He's fine. He is he's thinking like a man.
Okay.
Because you have got to think on both sides of the coin.
Right.
The pros and the cons. And then you settle for where you see the facts settling.
Okay.
So he's fine. It's okay to think like that. And it's okay to look for, for knowledge or wisdom on which side to settle on.
Okay.
But to me, marriage is a commitment. It's a commitment whether you are near or far, whether you're in Kenya or in Cambridge. If the girl is committed to this man, whether he is in Mombasa or in America or in Britain, that girl will keep herself, that girl will be faithful to this man until the time when they get married will come.
Okay.
But if the girl is not committed, or if the guy also is not,
committed, then
he's not committed, the distance does not matter.
yeah.
You can even cheat when the other guy is across the road.
Yeah.
If you are not committed. And you can stay faithful when the other person is out
Across
of
the
the
ocean.
country. Yes, across the ocean. And it all boils down to commitment.
Okay.
So if the girl is committed enough to allow this guy to go to the parents, I think that's a plus
Yeah.
for that relationship.
Okay. Jennifer, jamaa anaogopa bibi yake atamgeuka. Or other wife to be, I don't know if they're married, but...
Yes. I guess he has every reason to be afraid,
Okay.
because there is no guarantee for that relationship to work. But one of the things that I recognize is that we do have a lot of long-distance relationships, and they do work, but they have various challenges. And one of the most important thing about a long-distance relationship
Airtime.
is really to have a structure.
Okay.
Airtime is important. And today, we have every technology that you can talk every day, that you can communicate in any way so that you are together. But the question is there total commitment? Is there contentment in this relationship?
Yeah.
Is the communication quite satisfactory? What causes anxiety and fear is the lack of trust.
Okay.
And trust is the foundation and the glue of every relationship.
Yes.
And so what is important is to be able to probably have a structure on how is this relationship going to be.
Okay.
How long are you away? While you're away, what do we need to do? How will we be able to visit one another? Because I meet people who have
Cambridge,
lived for years.
Cambridge si kwenda hapa Mombasa na SGR. Cambridge is really far.
It is far.
Yeah.
But you know what? It is viable to visit. And there is nothing as powerful as being able to visit your lover, your partner, to know where they live, how they live, who their friends are. And so even as you talk, you have an idea, the environment.
Let me hold you on that thought because we do have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Joshua.
Nguvi.
Yes, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing well in Kirinyaga. Mvua ndio nyingi.
You need blessings of God.
Yes, allow me to contribute to our morning discussion.
Please do.
I can say we are talking about how to prepare for marriages.
Yes, yes.
Now, number one, you do not prepare for marriages, okay?
Okay.
Because you cannot prepare for what you don't know. And you cannot also get ready for someone that you are not familiar with.
Yes.
This is because when you are dating, you do not meet the real people.
Yes.
You meet their representatives, okay?
Okay.
Yes, everybody poses to be who they are not in a relationship when you're dating. But once they get married,
true colors.
now you are facing, it's the true colors. So my point is,
yes,
just prepare, hope for the best in a marriage, but prepare for the worst. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Joshua. Okay, so Joshua is saying that true colors zojitokeze after marriage. Do you always show your true colors when dating?
Yeah, so you're always, you're always yourself. But I think some people do play a certain character. But if you decide to, if this is the person you have known, you've dated for like 3 years, it's already your character. It's what you're going to stick with throughout your marriage. But sometimes people do change. I do understand like what he's saying. People do change at a point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope you're not speaking from experience because you said you're not married. Sindio. Okay. Percy, he's saying that true colors come out immediately we get married.
They do.
They do?
Yeah, they do.
Are you saying that you changed after you got married, Percy?
No. No matter how honest and true you are, you cannot learn a person 100%, even if they are like an open book before you. But the closer you are with them and as you spend time with them, you get to begin to learn more about this person.
Okay.
As time goes by. And it is, even if you're honest, even me, myself, there are things, leave alone my wife getting to know things about me. As time goes by, there are things I discover about myself and I wonder, what? Kumbe mi uanga hivyo? If even me, myself, I'm still discovering myself, still discovering certain things about my attitudes and my thought patterns and my levels of intelligence. If I'm still discovering myself, how about the person I'm living with?
Jennifer, because what Joshua from Muranga has implied is that people tend to exude a negative character once, or negative characteristics once they get into marriage. Is that really the case?
The truth of the matter is you will know the real person only when they are under pressure. Meaning, as long as it's good time, we are partying, we are enjoying, we are having, we are really enjoying our love dating season, we are good. But after some time, you will endure some stresses. There's money that is needed, there are children that come, there's a mortgage to be paid. And so under pressure, people can behave differently and can sometimes be nasty. When people are angry, they behave differently. Now, when you haven't been able to be exposed to the other side of your partner in terms of times of pressure, then it would surprise you. Two, I said to you the last time I was here, that relationships go through stages of love. And the first stage is usually the romantic stage. So when the romantic stage is over, and you get into the second stage, which is called drama, and you're having drama often, then you think that something wrong has happened. You have only grown up. There's nothing wrong. You are able to voice, the diversity. There is strength in diversity. So my disagreeing with you does not mean that I don't love you. It just means I've grown up. Pasi is still discovering himself, and that's true. So one of the things that threaten relationships is growth. And growth is inevitable, and everybody has to grow. And you will be saying, you're not the woman I married. You want the woman you married. And it's 10 years down the line. She will never be the one. She's grown up. And so you don't like her growing up because she has a voice, she has an opinion, she's got some money, she can decide what she wants to do. You don't need her to give her money to go to the salon. She needs to buy a dress, she can get it.
Kwa pesa.
So,
hapo kwa pesa. And I have a problem with women who have money. So we take a short break right now though, but when we return, mbona wanawake humea pembe wakipata pesa? I think that should be a topic by itself. But anyway, we'll be right back, of course, with this discussion. Remember, the question that we asked is, how ready are you for marriage? Are you even ready for marriage? Ama wewe ni wale wa mimi nataka tu nikuwe Father Abraham, nizalishe watoto hapa na hapa na hapa na hapa, I just take care of them and call it a day? Or do you actually think of a day that you will settle down with that man or woman of your dreams? We'll be right back.